by any measure at all, the just completed 2015-16 Turkish Airlines Euroleague season was truly one to remember, packed with great action, huge crowds and exciting surprises, before it finished with one of the most dramatic Final Fours ever. The season started with one surprise, Unicaja Malaga, staying undefeated longer than any team thanks to prestige road wins over Maccabi Tel Aviv and CSKA Moscow, as forward Mindaugas Kuzminskas played a starring role.
We're undefeated and, we're excited for that, but, this is just first round and we have lots of things to do. So, we're excited, but, we're not going to stop.
Surprises were the new normal in the regular season as the Euroleague's previous two champions struggled against elimination. In the end, Maccabi lost that struggle in a last-chance game to newcomer Darüşşafaka Doğuş Istanbul and missed the top 16 for the first time ever. Real Madrid needed to win its final 3 games to advance, but did so in style, setting a new Euroleague assists record with 36 in the last of them. Fenerbahce Istanbul, Olympiakos Piraeus and CSKA all won regular season groups, as did Lokomotiv Kuban Krasnodar after stopping FC Barcelona Lassa, a team it would meet again under dramatic circumstances. The top 16 started with a bang, as Alexei Shved's game winner lifted Khimki Moscow region past local rival CSKA in a killer Group F. Khimki Ambrosia Baskets Bamberg, which had never won a top 16 game before, would finish with 7-7 records. But neither survived one of European basketball's toughest groups ever.
There was not a lot to think about. We got the last offense and coach wrote the play for me and my teammates believe in my shot, so I have to believe in too. So I took the shot and I scored, and thanks to teammates for believing me.
A dominant Fenerbahce knocked off all of its Group F opponents on the first try, and despite injury to superstar Jan Vesely, clinched first place 3 weeks early. Malcolm Delaney led Lokomotiv to home court advantage going into its first playoffs alongside Panathinaikos Athens, and another newcomer always entertaining Crvena Zvezda Telekom Belgrade. Back in ultra-tight Group F, Barcelona forward Justin Dolman took centre stage, first scoring 26 points and the game-winning buzzer beater against arch-rival Madrid, and then shocking CSKA with 5 points in the dying seconds of overtime.
Heck of a feeling. There at the end, my teammates found me to hit that 3, tied the game, and was able to steal the ball and hit a game winner. Anything's possible, you got to believe till the end.
In a group with 5 former champions, the big surprise was Laboral Cucha Vitoria Gasteiz. With Ioannis Borousis playing the best of his 14 Euroleague seasons to date, Laboral beat Spanish rivals Madrid and Barcelona twice each, one of which came on a spectacular buzzer beater by Davis Bertans that clinched home court advantage in the playoffs. Also reaching the playoffs from Group F were CSKA, Barcelona and Madrid, as the defending champs survived a do-or-die encounter with Khimki thanks to 23 points from bomber JC Carroll. Playoffs regular CSKA drew newcomer Crvena Zvezda, but needed every bit of its talent to escape Game 2 by a point at home before facing down a great crowd in Belgrade to sweep a series in which Karl-Heinz and Milos Teodosic stepped up again and again. When Fenerbahce took on Madrid in a rematch from the previous season's semi-finals, centre Epe Udo dominated the first 2 games in Istanbul. He then broke the Euroleague's single-season blocks record as Fenerbahce won Game 3 away, thereby ensuring that the Euroleague would have a new champion. The Laboral vs Panathinaikos series featured an instant classic in Game 2, when retiring legend Dimitris Diamantidis forced overtime, even though the host prevailed on 24 points from Darius Adams, the top scorer in the playoffs. In Athens, Laboral proceeded to sweep the Greens to reach the Final Four for the first time since 2008. The only series to go the full 5-game distance featured Lokomotiv and Barcelona, whose Game 2 road win flipped the home court advantage. Juan Carlos Navarro's amazing shot tied Game 4 as Barcelona pursued the Final Four berth at home. But in overtime, Anthony Randolph powered Lokomotiv to victory, and back in Krasnodar, Chris Singleton owned the fourth quarter of Game 5 to lift his team into its first Final Four.
It's Game 5, man. You got to leave it all on the court. It's win or go home. And, I got open shots. I made them. I was just aggressive, just believe in my teammates.
Thanks, man. Good luck in the Final Four.
No sooner did the spotlight fall on the Final Four in Berlin than the semi-finals delivered drama. Lokomotiv fought from behind all game, but new Euroleague MVP Nando De Colo took care of business for CSKA with 30 points, the most in a semi-final or championship game this century. Not to be outdone, Fenerbahce and Laboral then offered fans this decade's first overtime semi-final. Luigi Datome and Kostas Sloukas tied it up in the final minute for Fenerbahce before Adam saw his game-winning attempt go in and out. In the extra session, Bogdan Bogdanovic took over, making sure that Fenerbahce became the first Turkish team ever to reach the Euroleague final. And Sunday's championship game would prove to be even more dramatic. Despite CSKA leading by 21 late in the third quarter, behind inspired performances from De Colo and Milos Teodosic, the smallest man on the court, Bobby Dixon, rescued Fenerbahce before free throws by Sloukas put his team ahead 83-81. With the season on the line, CSKA captain Victor Kriapa tipped in a long miss with 1.9 seconds left to mark the first time ever that both a semi-final and the championship game required overtime at the same Final Four. De Colo stepped up in crunch time, scoring 10 of his 22 points as CSKA pulled away to beat Fenerbahce 96-101 in the highest scoring game for a continental title in 47 years.
It was a tough season, like every season. But like I say, this season we got a real team and everybody fight for his teammate.
After 8 years of waiting, CSKA had won its 7th Euroleague trophy, putting a thrilling end to an extraordinary Euroleague season.